Hi and welcome to another Watch Geek video news. In this episode, we will cover the new Urwerk AMC, the coolest, most exclusive and most likely the most expensive atomic watch ever made. And before watch snobs dismiss this episode after hearing the word atomic, please bear in mind that the actual watch is 100% mechanical with a fully in-house made manufacture movement. So how can a watch be both 100% mechanical and atomic? Well, in the same way that a simple wave scepter Casio can be both 100% quartz watch and an atomic watch, by syncing to an outer atomic source. The idea of an externally synchronized watch is very old and originated with braquette sympathique, whereas a regular pocket watch was adjusted by a high-precision pendulum clock onto which you would place your pocket watch once you are home. That same idea has been used by mostly Japanese brands with their atomic watches that during the day work as regular quartz watches, but once you put them to rest during the night, they catch a radio signal from one of the 6 atomic clock towers in the world and readjust the time, giving them unmatched precision. Urwerk did the same to a mechanical watch, by making a machine, a docking station if you will, that readjusts the time of a regular mechanical watch every night when you go to sleep. That alone would make it cool, but that's only a fraction of the story. You see, they could have made this docking station that is called Atomic Master Clock, thus the name AMC, a simple radio receiver that syncs to the atomic towers during the night in the same way that a $50 Casio wave scepter does, and then mechanically readjusts the time of your watch. But they didn't. They made an actual working atomic clock the size of a briefcase, meaning you have the same type of clock that only 5 other countries in the world have right in your own house. I mean, how cool is that? But that is not where the coolness stops. So now we'll explain how it all works and why it's cool beyond measure. So let's say you buy one, bring it to your house, and start it up. Now it might be the most accurate way of measuring time ever created, but it's pointless if the initial time setup depends on you pressing the reset button when a reference clock reaches 0. Which is why the AMC has a GPS time reception built in it. So when you start it the first time, you will initiate the GPS time reception that will make sure your mother clock is accurate down to 1/1000th of a second to the actual time used in the world. After that, the mother clock will keep an amazing accuracy that only atomic clocks can do. So once you've set up your mother clock, you take your Urwerk mechanical watch and place it into its cradle on the mother clock. The mother clock has the option of winding it and adjusting the time, or syncing it to make sure your mechanical watch is accurate down to the second of the actual time. And you can use it like that all the time, by placing it into the cradle of the mother clock every night, for example, to have an accurate time every morning when you strap the watch on. Now, some of you might say that's a bit pointless, as you can simply readjust the time manually on your regular watch every day when you wake up. And you might have a point there, but that is why the Urwerk AMC has another ace up its sleeve, and it's the one I personally think is the reason why this concept is something else. You see, after the initial readjustment of your mechanical wristwatch, you can change the priority or mode of the master clock from syncing to regulation. What that does is it makes the mother clock check the time on your watch the next evening when you place it into it, and instead of readjusting the time, it actually regulates the watch to compensate for any difference that happened as a result of your daily wear. The next evening, you place the watch in the mother clock again, and it repeats the process. It's like having a personal watchmaker by your side regulating your watch every single day. What that ultimately means is that after a couple of weeks of placing your watch onto the mother clock every evening while in the regulating mode, you will end up with a watch regulated specifically for your wearing habits as perfectly as possible. In other words, you will have the most accurate mechanical watch possible for your own wrist. That, and the sheer geekiness of making this regulation, time adjusting and winding possible in a mechanical way automatically by an electronic device is worth every penny that it might ask for it. Not to mention that the watch and the mother clock are both exquisitely made and finished. I, for one, am sure I would definitely buy one if I could afford it, which will probably never happen, but it's nice to dream about it. Now, to see and hear more on this concept from its creators, make sure to check out this great video by Watches TV, one of only a few channels on YouTube that bring you true professional level watch content. Well, this completes this week's news, so I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe, and until the next video, bye.